Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Coming at you live from this is Thursday morning.
All right.
Good
morning.
What is that, Jason? On I never watch. I'm just adjusting the audio here. I always have to adjust things. I never watch. Have you ever watched a full episode of Saturday Night Live?
Probably back in the day.
I've never watched a full episode.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I don't think I've ever watched more than like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, I don't think you have to these days.
Yeah.
Well, one reason is because everything, they clip it so much and they repost it everywhere. I think that's the way a lot of people consume TV nowadays, in little snippets.
Well, there was they would always say, the only thing that I remember from that program is, coming at you live, it's Saturday night.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking maybe we can have our own. Coming at you live, it's Thursday morning.
I love it.
Waking up with a little frost on the windshield.
Yeah, no kidding. This morning, I can't. Where did fall go? I mean, we just went from summer to winter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you guys are kind of outside of town a little way, so I would imagine. Did you have any frost on your window this morning?
Yeah, it was cold this morning, but what woke me up was the coyotes are on the prowl out there, and I heard them barking out there at the edge of the gate, and it worries me because my chicken's out there.
Are you the egg handler? Do you have to handle the eggs?
No, I don't. We don't do it as much. I mean, the chickens are pretty free range, and so they kind of have nest wherever they find, and so it's not. We don't pin them up as much as we should to collect the eggs and all. They'll lay wherever, most of the time in the seat of the tractor.
There you go. Have you ever heard of feral chickens?
Well, that's kind of what we have.
There you
Those
go.
are the best kind, by the way, because they can get away from things that come at them.
Back in the day, my cousin, they live in Pearsall, which is South Texas. They're about 100 miles from Laredo, and they're on the I-35. You go through Devine, Pearsall, Dilley. I remember the order of the towns. There's a town in between it, and this is between San Antonio too. So Devine is right there in between San Antonio and Pearsall. There's a town called Lytle. It's in there. There's a town called Bigfoot.
Wow.
But my cousin lives down in Pearsall. poor town has not grown in 30 years. It's remained a static 9,000 population.
Yeah, wow.
And I say poor town because my cousin, he's like, man, why did I ever come back here? Hey, he goes, it's so depressing. There's nothing that ever happens here. And but I like it there, right? I like little towns where nothing happens.
Yeah, me too.
They moved the HEB, the biggest thing that's happened in that community. And if you're from Pearsall, I love you guys, by the way. I love going there. But they moved the HEB from downtown to the interstate. That's like been the biggest thing. And they opened up a Little Caesars.
Yeah.
And so they're on the map now.
Well,
but it's on 35.
Shout out to Pearsall.
Yeah. So just wanted to give them some love this morning. Reason I said that though is downtown. It's where my cousin moved back in to help his mom out. So he lives with his mother. So when I say my cousin, it's her son. Then my uncle, which is my aunt's brother. I'm making all this clear because I don't want you to think it's like uncle through marriage, right?
Right.
So my uncle lives down the road another way, and they've been there forever. My grandma and grandpa used to live there when they were alive. We had a lot of family in that area, but there are feral chickens running around the neighborhood.
And at Sam Houston, we have that too.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that we have Sam Houston's chickens that cross the road out here on. Yeah, they're protected in the area. The chickens just run across the road all over Sam Houston campus and over here at the duck pond.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it got out of hand in Pearsall, and there was like 40 of them. And I asked my cousin, "What's going on with all these chickens?" He goes, "We just let them roam. We don't." And people would feed them. We're talking about a downtown. Think of a downtown residential neighborhood. Just think of your small town, right downtown. Little. What are you talking about? 0.15 acre lots, whatever. Yeah. And here's chickens running around.
That's good.
So
I'm surprised the feral cats didn't kill them all because they will kill the chicken now.
And there was a lot of feral cats out there. One last talk while we're on this feral kick real quick.
Yeah.
Is Waco used to have the Feral Center where they played basketball.
Yeah.
I had a privilege to I'm a Baylor fan.
Right.
So I don't know how you feel about Baylor.
Well, I lived in Waco for some time, so I was always supportive of the Bears, except when they were playing the Aggies.
Well, I took a friend who was a big Longhorn fan, and I said, let's go down to the fair, and I called it the Feral Cat Center. So we went down to the fair. Now they have a beautiful, they won the national championship. Yeah. They got a beautiful program. And their coach has one of those names that's kind of reversed, your last name and first name, Drew Scott.
Oh, yeah.
But you could easily say Scott Drew, right?
Yeah. That's kind of one of those NASCAR names.
Yeah, it sounds like a NASCAR name. Drew Scott. But it's great coach. John Morris is the voice of the Bears. Really, really good guy. I got to meet him several times. But I took a friend to watch Baylor play UT at the Feral Cat Center.
Yes.
And he's a hardcore Longhorn, just over the top, never stops, all about the Longhorns. And here was the problem. He also gets very upset about the Longhorns losing. Mm-hmm. So, and this was Bridget's cousin, by the way. So, Tyler, I'm talking about you, man. And, there's no way that the Bears are going to beat my Longhorns. And I took him down there. He was livid.
Yeah.
Like throwing complaints the whole game. Blaming the officials. That's when Tyler, and I always joke around with him, Tyler, that's when you're a sore loser is when you start blaming the officials.
Well, was he there at the game decked out in Longhorn gear?
Oh, yeah, he had all his Longhorn gear on.
Yeah. See, when I would go to the games, even when I went to watch the Aggies, I was just kind of respectful at Baylor just to, wear neutral colors. That way I didn't stick out of the crowd and seem like the obnoxious fan over there. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just there to watch a good game.
Well, there's some people who enjoy a beverage, if you know what I'm talking about, these games, right?
Right.
So he went down this rabbit hole of saying, well, it's because this sorry school here doesn't allow alcohol on their campus. And he got upset. I said, well, I don't want anything. I was just drinking a Dr. Pepper. He's all upset about that. And he goes, that's why this place is so horrible. And I was like, dude, chill out, man. The Longhorns are terrible. We beat y'all. Just swallow it and go home.
For the longest time, whenever I was at school at A&M, that was the law. There was no alcohol in the stadium or around the stadium. Boy, that's changed. Now it's all prevalent. Over everywhere. Yeah, and every time we go to a game over there, they're hauling somebody out of there.
Yeah, I wanted to open this up briefly, because I am not a fan of that atmosphere anymore. And you know, if someone wants to do something, that's fine, but control yourself. And the problem is, I would not feel, this is horrible to say this, but I would not even feel comfortable taking my child to a San Antonio Spurs game anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's who's around you. Like we have several years ago, we bought season tickets for the Aggies, just Kim and I. And we pay it out per month, so they have a kind of a plan where it's not a whole lot of money. And they're way up at the top on the third deck in the end zone. But you get to know the people around you. And in our little section, we have a pretty tame section. You know, it's pretty, you know.
Not feral.
Yeah, it's not as wild. But I'm telling you, a section over this way or a section over that way or a few rows down, you just never know. I mean, people just cannot control themselves. You know, it gets, and then people start, you know, like people from the other team, and it's the atmosphere. It changes the atmosphere of everything. And I'm not saying it's everybody, but because it's not. It's a few people that ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when we were going to school there, that was strictly forbidden. I mean, strictly forbidden. And now it's the wild, wild west. And every game, they're either hauling out somebody out of there because they're being obnoxious or they're too drunk to stand up.
Yeah. So the rule is put up some tape around your section. And you'll be
make
all
sure
right,
you
ready to
keep
go.
the same tickets year to year and monitor the people around you. Now the problem is, and today is the resale. You know, people resell their tickets. So when you resell their tickets, you never know who's going to be sitting next to you.
When a team has a tremendous amount of success, the resale value of those tickets go through the roof. And I experienced this firsthand with the San Antonio Spurs. My buddy Chanson Douglas. Chanson's very smart, by the way. He's really good friends with Tony Parker and the Parker family. And so, Chanson is one of the top ticket salespeople at the Spurs. He's been there 20 years now. There's another guy that's there named Jose Reyes. They call him the mayor of San Antonio. And I met him one night, and he comes rolling up in a taxi, and he gets out, and I was like, what are you doing, Jose? And he's like, that's my driver. And
reselling tickets.
Yeah, but he just knows everybody.
Yeah.
Well, no, they work for the Spurs.
Oh, okay.
But Jose was just a really fun guy. But he would carry himself. He'll never watch this. I'm not dogging on him.
Yeah.
But he would carry himself that he was this huge VIP type guy.
Yeah,
but it was okay because Jose was lovable.
Yeah,
he was a very likable.
Everybody liked him.
Yeah, he was the guy that needed to carry himself that way, right?
Right.
But I just never forget. We're out eating one day, and we got invited somewhere, and he comes rolling up, and he goes, "Yeah, my driver just dropped me off." He's making it sound like it was really big.
Yeah.
He was in a yellow cab because I saw it. I said, "Jose, I saw a yellow cab roll out." He goes, "Oh yeah, that's my." And this was before Uber and Lyft, by the way.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, that's my personal driver. I know him personally. He goes off the clock to pick me up." But I was like, "Dude, you rolled up in a Capri, whatever those cars are, but it's in a yellow cab, man." And he's making it sound like he's this VIP guy.
I got to tell you something on the resale tickets, though. Our tickets that we purchased, years ago, and those two tickets for that Texas game are worth $700 a piece in the resale market.
Wow! Did you sell them?
No, I'm not going to sell them because we're going to go to it. But my sons, my two boys, are over there at A&M, and so if you're a student, you have a sports pass, which is every student can get a sports pass to go to the games. So you're guaranteed a seat. But you have to go to the ticket office and show them your sports pass, and then they'll print you out a ticket to use. So keep in mind, and so Monday is senior day. You can go pull your tickets. You can pick up your ticket on Monday. Tuesday is junior day. Wednesday, sophomore day. Thursday, which is today, is freshman day. So my son, who's a junior, both my sons are juniors over at A&M, they go and stay the night outside of the ticket office so that they can be one of the first people in line to pull their tickets on their day, which is junior day, which is Tuesday.
So they stayed overnight?
They stayed overnight.
They
got a chair. This was Monday night, Monday going into Tuesday. Got a chair, and they just sat in a chair all night, in both of them. And they took turns so that they would not lose their spot. All night long. The ticket office opens at 8 o'clock. 8:30 they go and pull their tickets. By 9 o'clock, they had given out all the tickets that were associated with the seat. So think about it, 9 o'clock on Tuesday, all the rest of Tuesday, all day Wednesday, and all day Thursday, which is today, they're going to be giving out only for the students standing room only tickets.
Wow.
They have to give a ticket to those because they've reserved it, but there's no seats. So can you imagine how overfilled that stadium is going to be for that? Because there's probably going to be 10,000 students that have
just there alone
standing room only tickets.
Wow. And it already had 109. I mean, it seats what, 109?
Something like that. But I'm just saying it's going to be
Wow.
so. I told Kim, I was like, that's got to be some sort of fire hazard or something. I know they have stuff in place. I'm not saying that, but it's going to be so crazy over there. That's not this Saturday, but that's next Saturday. But they did the ticket pool this week because next week is their dead week because of Thanksgiving.
Man, that's crazy. I'm glad that rivalry's back, by the way.
Yeah, me too. 11 years.
Are they playing? They're not playing on Thanksgiving Day, though.
No, they're playing Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next
Used to
Saturday.
be on Thanksgiving
the 30th
Day.
at 6:30. Yeah, so we're going to it. We're excited. It's going to be and we won't be on next week on Thursday because of Thanksgiving. But so this is the last day that we'll be on before that game. So I'm excited about it. We're all excited. But it's going to. I can only imagine the amount of people that are going to be over there for that game.
Well, hey, we do have a good show. I did want to mention with the Spurs real briefly, I would buy the season ticket. Chanson used his pool as a friend of Tony Parker, and so he introduced me to his brothers, Pierre and boy, it's been a while. I can't even remember their names now. Pierre, I knew his brother Pierre. Can't remember the other brother now, but Pierre I knew very well. I knew Tony's brother Pierre, very nice guy, and he told me he's like, yeah, man, I need to take better care of my health. I'm eating Burger King every day. This was like the Tony Parker's brother talking about eating Burger King every day. But Tony's dad was a very nice guy. I met Tony's dad, and in fact, he came to Austin several times, and we had an opportunity to spend some time with Tony's dad, and we all went out to eat, and this guy's wearing an Armani suit, all right?
Yeah.
And we get through eating, and he goes, hey, and keep in mind he's from France. Now I can't do a French accent, but he has a very distinct accent. He's like, he goes, guys, please forgive me. I forgot my wallet. Well, this has happened multiple times. This guy leans over and nudges me, and he goes, Senior always forgets his wallet. And I'm like, this dude's wearing an Armani suit. His son is a future NBA Hall of Famer, NBA Hall of Famer, future at the time, and he forgets his wallet. And he did it, and there was another time. This was 2 times distinctively that I remember after this guy told me the first time. He did it again. Hey, guys, sorry, I forgot my wallet. And I was like, how do you forget your wallet, man?
So did you have to cover for him or
yes.
what?
You're like, pay for the guy's steak, man. And I'll never forget, I asked him, I was telling him about Georgetown. I used to be, how you'd always joke to me with Georgetown, and I was telling him it was like the #1 place to retire in America because it was, at the time. And he's like, yes, I've been thinking about moving there. I was like, dude, you aren't moving to Georgetown, man. I'll show you some pictures sometime. But very, very nice guy.
That's pretty neat, though, the connections that you had there. I mean, that
well, it's Chanson trying to sell you tickets, right? That's what it comes down to. That's why all this happens. And that's why he's the #1 ticket sales guy with the Spurs. But, I believe he even got invited to, like, Tony's wedding when he was married to Eva Longoria at the time, back in the day. But what I was getting at is I would buy season, and they were very reasonable.
Right.
We were paying maybe $80 a game, and I'd buy 2, so $160 a game, and we were 25 rows on one of the corner baselines. And we'd pay it out per month, monthly deal.
Yeah.
And I would use it as a marketing tool for my IT business. I would give those tickets to clients.
Yeah.
And we'd go sometimes. It was an hour and 15-minute drive. They're kind of like from here to a little bit farther than here to College Station. But so the Spurs were very successful. This was the era of the big 3 with Tony, Tim, and Manu. And I just got in the habit of I couldn't go to a lot of games. Customers wouldn't take the tickets all the time, so I just started selling them. This was the year they went to the NBA Finals, brother. And so what happens for those little tickets that I'm paying $80 and the price remained the same?
That's what I'm saying.
I ended up and here's what's cool about basketball. There's a series, the best of 7, right?
Yeah, you're just hoping it goes to 7.
Yeah. Well, guess what? It went pretty far, and we had 3 home games. I sold the first 2. I was like, there's no reason for me to go. I want to go to the one where they're going to win the series, right?
Yeah.
I ended up selling my finals tickets the first 2 games that I paid $160 for. I had offers of $1,800 to $2,000. I ended up paying for the whole season in 2 games of the NBA Finals.
See, and that's what I could do right here. I could sell those tickets, those 2 tickets, and pay for the whole year and probably next year. But I'm not going to do it because
you're loyal.
You can't. I mean, it's priceless. This game hasn't happened in, like I said, 11 years. They're renewing the rivalry. Hey, if the Aggies win on Saturday, whoever wins that game goes to the SEC championship. So I mean, there's so much at stake.
Locked in for a college football playoff too.
Yeah, they will. Well, they won't be. They have to win. Whoever wins the SEC championship will have an automatic bye for that first round.
Gotcha.
So you're in the top 4.
Wow.
But we'll see. I don't know. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch because being an Aggie fan, you know better than to do that.
Yeah, don't want to get your eggs on the tractor. All right, well, hey, welcome in as we get rolling. $3.99 the episode here today, and as always, we appreciate you joining us. Fun opening with Pastor Jason. We always love being here on this Thankful Thursday. Want to give a huge shout-out to all of you. Thanks for joining us. Hit that like and share button. We got a great show lined up today. Our friends from Journey Through Bethlehem. It's been a year, and they're back with us, and we're excited about the Christmas season and all the joy that brings, and we are so excited to have Janet Brown and some friends here talking about Journey Through Bethlehem this morning. I do want to give a big shout-out to our friend Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Go see my good friend Elliot Herzlich. Paul Oley of the Gallery, we love you, Paul. We'll always give Paul a shout-out. And also, of course, here on this Thankful Thursday, Jason with us and First Baptist. It's always a lot of fun hanging out. We got a lot happening here on the show. We are going to take a break, and I have the camera on you, Jason. You're just sitting there the whole time. I didn't even realize the camera was on you.
Thanks a lot, Rob. That's the last thing I need.
Self-production, so I forgot to hit 1 instead of 2. But a lot happening here today. Hey, have you been out, real quick before we take a break and have Jan on, have you ever been to Lone Star Lights?
I have not, but I've heard great things about it. We a few years ago went over to the one in College Station, that big production, and it's gotten so out of hand with the crowds and how much it costs. We were looking for definitely a place to take the kids to. We're going to check it out this year.
We are giving away Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek.
There you go.
That's been a running joke, by the way. Somebody said, "Man, you guys are
that
going
was
on."
Me.
Yeah. It turned into a running joke. Surprised we haven't had people beating down the door over here. Man, I want to go to that church. Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek.
There you
tickets. We've got 2 more of them we're giving away today, and all you got to do is text in the keyword. We made the keyword thanks in honor of Thanksgiving here coming up next week. So text in that keyword thanks on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number 936-339-0139. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Let us know you're out there, too, so we can give you a shout-out. More to come as we continue on. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us, please.
Hey, friends. Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Morning, Huntsville, back at it. 45 degrees. It's warming up. 37 was the temperature when I got a little ice on the windshield this morning. Going to be a beautiful day. Today is a great day to tell your boss you're not coming in if you're at a job where you don't get fired for that. 67 degrees is going to be the high today. If you decide to do that and you lose your job, please don't turn us. It's not our fault. It's your fault. But it is a beautiful day, though. Maybe ask your boss if you can just go out. If you have one of those cubicle jobs where you can't ever get out, just say, boss, can I go outside for 5 minutes and just enjoy this? 67 today, sunny. 67 tomorrow, sunny. 73 Saturday, sunny. Boy, this just continues on. Sunday, upper 70s, sunny. We're just having a beautiful, beautiful start here to as we get close to December. And we're so thankful for that. Well, hey, it's a lot of fun being here on a morning, especially when we get to start talking about Christmas, which is right around the corner. And our friends from Journey Through Bethlehem are here today. It's always a pleasure to have Miss Jana Brown joining us and also Chuck Fields. Chuck, good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Jana, how have you been? It's been a year. Well, it's been a little bit less than a year because I saw you at Christmas.
Oh, that is true.
But what's going on? Tell us how things are going, how things have been.
Well, we're doing great as far as lighting up, getting everything ready to go. It's always quite a thing to try to pull together over 20 shops and all the people that go to it, but it's looking good.
Well, this is such a great event. One thing that I love about Huntsville, and I talk so much about how great our community is, and that's what we do on the show, is uplift and inspire and also celebrate the good happening. There's not many communities that have a wonderful event such as a Journey Through Bethlehem. Now, last year I told you I grew up in Georgetown. Burnet was very popular because they have a permanent thing, and they only open it up during Christmas. That was the only other Journey Through Bethlehem that I'd ever experienced. Boy, I came last year for the first time with my wife and one child. No, we had both of our babies. I think Caden was just a little baby. He's walking now.
Yes.
But we came, and it was so amazing, everything that y'all have put together over the years. Let us know just a little bit about how many years it's been now and just what the experience is like. And I'll share more about my experience as well.
I think this is our 22nd year at the fairgrounds, the Walker County Fairgrounds. And I think it started with Leslie Michelson from the First United Methodist Church. I think at the time she was at Wesley. But she had a vision from someone in Lufkin. They were doing something similar. So it hasn't stopped. Like, the tradition has continued. In fact, I think last year we had someone that said I was the first baby Jesus. That was, he was like a 20-year-old at the time.
Oh,
or 21.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, and that happens. In fact, one of the comments even said that, that they were in it from the beginning. So I've been doing it for 11 years. This will be my 11th year volunteering, and I collect nativities, so I have always really loved Christmas time and the story from Luke 2. That's what we try to do, is kind of represent Luke 2 and the Christmas story and let people experience what it might have been 2,000 years ago, walking the streets of Bethlehem. So I don't know, did you feel that way?
We did, and Chuck, I knew I'd seen Chuck somewhere, and somehow there was a connection with scouting. I know that's where it was. But now I distinctively remember the soldier.
Right.
And,
so this is my 5th year of being with Journey Through Bethlehem. And then I ended up taking over the soldiers part of the thing, where I try to have 9 of them that march through town. And then we have 2 that stay over with King Herod's court, being his guards. And then we have some that stay at the jail. What the jail is that we try to have this as another means of trying to earn some extra money, where we'll send a soldier to arrest you if you pay $1. We'll go send them to arrest, and then we hope that they'll pay $1 to get out, but we can't make them do that. But we're not going to send a soldier out to arrest somebody unless you do pay $1.
There's still some people from last year over there that got out.
Some of them say, I don't want him out.
That's great.
But it's been fun. Like I says, I've been there for 5 years. I helped build up, the Bethlehem too, and help out with whatever I can, and like she says, that we meet during the year. We have, I think, about 20 meetings before people are saying, why do you go there at this time? I said, well, it takes a lot of time.
There's a lot
because I think we have somewhere around 29 churches who all come together to help put this thing on.
Well, just as far as the board members or the people that help us plan, I know for sure we have probably 25 churches represented in this area. There's a few in Conroe. He's from Riverside Methodist, so there's a few scattered around, but that's quite a good chunk of representation. So what's really fun is we're all family. Like, we all get along. And when you come to the event, you can't tell which church we belong to. So we're just children of God.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's good. We talk a lot about that, about the community and coming together, especially, under the name of Jesus. And I love the community support, that everybody finds a way to come together. We're all in it, for one race, and everybody comes in it together to glorify God. And I love that aspect of it. And I love the community involvement and just how many people come to this event. It is, my wife and I came, we're like, my goodness, this is amazing. And y'all have the Star of David out there.
That's Brad from Our Tech Signs
so
does
beautiful.
That for free every year. He just serves us like that. And leaves it up all night, until the next day. It leaves his truck there for 2 days.
So this event is only 2 days, December 6th and the 7th. Let us know a little bit more about, Chuck had kind of highlighted some of the fun, with the soldiers and the jail that's there, but highlight some of the other events. There's a lot of hands-on events.
Sure.
We experienced
What was your favorite one?
For us, I think, wasn't there some clay thing
Yes.
that was going on? Braylon loved that.
The pottery shop.
As a dad, I'm not a fan of the messy things.
Yes.
But they're children, and children are messy, so we let her have fun that night. Yeah.
We introduced wet wipes last year. They're not technically, official for back in those days.
They were sheepskin.
But they were kind of nice.
It was sheepskin. But let us know about some of the more of those events, Jan, if you don't mind.
Well, as they enter, they see King Herod's court and the 3 wise men coming through. And so that's kind of fun to see that area. And then they're led into where the shepherds are, where the heralding angel announces the Savior's birth. And then we have angel choirs from different places singing, taking turns there. And then they are entered into the city of Bethlehem. And I think we have 20 shops, Chuck?
Yes, we have 20 different shops or booths, you want to call them. We have samples of the different breads that they made back then.
That was my favorite. Anytime there's food, that's always my favorite.
She made honey butter. Audrey Martin is the one that does the bread shop, and she made honey butter to sell in the gift shop, and it sold out in minutes.
Yeah, Whataburger ain't got nothing on those honey butter biscuits.
That's for sure.
They were good.
So, yes, and so we have the pottery shop, which you mentioned. Another one that's really popular is the basket weaving. A lot of kids love to do that. A toy shop where they play games. We have an inn. This year we're having a Hebrew scribe again. You guys were talking earlier about those feral chickens. Well, the woman who wrangles those, her name is Rachel Ann Connor. She is Jewish, and she's going to be a Hebrew scribe.
Oh, cool.
This year. And so she rescues the ducks and chickens that are injured, that get hit on the road, and rehabilitates them and takes them back to the Sam Houston. So we've got that. We've got
the one main thing that really the kids really love is we have a live camel there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
And then, of course, we have goats and stuff like that.
A petting zoo from, if you know Ronnie Williams from Williams Ranch, he brings Clyde the camel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
I know them.
Like miniature cow and donkey and sheep, and the kids can go in and pet and touch and do. Of course, we have a live nativity.
I was going to mention that was one of my favorite things when we were there. Just that live nativity was so beautiful. That is kind of the highlight for me for the whole show. I mean, that's why we're there.
Right. That's why we're there. And I think some people think, well, why is it in the middle of all the noise and mess? Like of people walking around. But anyway, wasn't that like that back in the day? People didn't always recognize that this was the Savior, right? So he was born amongst the stable with lots of people coming to pay their taxes. So some people might pass him up, but the kids never pass him up. We get little comment sheets from little children. We'll say, what's your favorite part? And it's always baby Jesus for the little ones. They pay attention to that.
Well, you brought some of the testimonials,
I
Jen.
did.
You want to go through some of these real quick? I love, because y'all ask people about their experience.
Yeah.
I'll give you my live testimonial. We loved it. If you have never been to Journey Through Bethlehem, come be a part of this, experience the joy of Christmas, and there's no better way to do it than at the Journey of Bethlehem. It has at the Walker County Fairgrounds, completely transformed that night, and it is those 2 nights, and it is so much fun. Very family friendly, obviously, event, and it's something that when you go, and even if you don't have children, you're going to talk about it for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, I used to go even before I started helping out with it, but I was never on the board whenever the one year that I heard that we didn't use a live baby, and we got a lot of comments about.
Yeah, 1 hour we didn't have a live baby. They didn't show up, the couple. So we had a couple just have a fake doll, and that's all we heard. When you can do something better, real baby.
That was almost the end of the Journey Through Bethlehem.
So we're
done.
We generally have about 3, or at least 2 anyway, but we try to have 3 or 4 different families that have little kids a little baby that's in that age range. So that
2 to 6 months old. So if anyone wants to volunteer, let them call me. and they can be a part of that too if they'd like. If
Two
they
to,
fit.
what is it?
2 to 6 months old baby, boy or girl.
Oh, man, I should have got Bridget and I. Okay, sweetheart, we're going to plan. She wants to have more
There you
children,
go.
so we're going to time this to where it'll work out. So
there you go.
So be there for the journey to Bethlehem.
We have one couple, the Ashtons, they do the sweet shop. They've had 2 babies do that, be a
that's
part
great.
of Journey Through Bethlehem. So it's kind of fun. So he mentioned about fundraising. We're nonprofit, so everything we make through the ticket sales or the gift shop, or we do yard sales, all that goes right back into making all those hands-on experiences, paying for the food, because we have inmates build our city.
Oh, really?
So the WIN unit comes with 16 men each year, and they bring our items from the warehouse, set it up, and then take it down later.
That's so great.
So it's amazing. We raised the price to $2 this year just to, wouldn't want to make it hard on families. And if someone doesn't have the money, we let them in. It's not really about the money. It's about, just making sure we can
and the experience.
do it. But
what are the tickets normally to get in?
So it was $1.
Oh,
now it's $2.
Oh, I thought you said you raised it by $2. I'm like, well, $2, that's not bad at all.
We raised it by $1 to make it $2.
Okay.
Because our fee changed at the fairgrounds.
Inflation.
Yes.
No, it's okay.
So
that's still very reasonable. I mean, that's
Yeah.
it's
You can't-
and it goes to a great organization.
right. And
We also had a third yard sale that we don't normally do to help out.
That's good.
So,
Yes.
but between them, we got the camel paid
Yep.
for.
Miracles
we got
happen.
the fairgrounds paid for. I mean, we're doing pretty good this year.
Great.
Yes. Okay, so you asked about
some of these testimonials. Love to hear some of them.
So someone said, this is a wonderful, big, exciting thing for the kids at Christmas that is about Christ and not Santa. She's from Spring.
Jason and I we agree with that one. We like that one.
Yes. Here's one from Conroe. Loved this. Brought Spirit of Bethlehem to life for my children.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Here's one from Rose Hill. The market is like walking through a movie set. Amazing. Thanks for all you do. Merry Christmas. Here's a 12-year-old.
Oh,
said,
that's cute. Look at that.
I was blessed to learn new things about Jesus and have a wonderful time with other Christians who would like to share a good time.
Wow, isn't that
Yeah.
awesome?
Yeah.
Those are
That
the
was a
ones
12-year-old.
that's the ones that kind of tug at your heart.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
This is Travis from Huntsville, so that was sweet. You want me to read a few
Yeah,
more?
read a couple.
Okay.
I love hearing these stories.
It gets better every year. I was participating when it began. Love it for my grandkids. So
Yeah.
we have people say that a lot. We asked too at the top, like, how did they find out? So she clicked, been coming for
They
years.
meant to check off heard it on Hello Huntsville though.
Yeah, right.
Every one of those is Hello Huntsville.
Oh, we need to add that on
No,
the
you don't.
other.
It's fine.
You're right.
No, you don't.
We do.
No, it's
But
fine.
it does say here radio.
Yeah.
Or yeah. But yes, we'll add that. We will add that for sure. Here's another one. I thought the town reenactment was really well done. Gave me a bit of a feeling of what it would have been like. Thanks. Well done. So, but we have people from all over the Houston area that come
What's
too.
the farthest maybe that you've heard of someone coming from?
I had someone call me last year from Louisiana
Oh,
that
cool.
was coming. It was going to be a 4-hour drive for her. And she wanted to know, is it a drive-through, walk-through? I don't even know how she found out about it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I had a woman just yesterday call me from Spring, bringing senior citizens, 16 senior citizens. So
I have friends in Fargo, so you know what? If you're looking for a heat wave because y'all don't want to freeze up there, come on down here. And so if you have anyone show up and say, "Oh yeah, you betcha, we're so happy to be here," you'll know that they're my friends from Fargo. Okay.
There you go.
And I found out this last year that on here where it says we are from, if we can get them to fill that in, we then will qualify for the hot funds to help us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
buy
tourism.
material that we need because they want to know that people are coming from another place, coming to Huntsville.
Yeah, I used to be on that committee, and you're exactly right. You know, those funds are reserved not to market in Huntsville, but to market outside of Huntsville to bring
Yeah.
people to Huntsville. So that's really good. Well, great events happening. I know y'all have Lisa Andrus here with us. She came by just to kind of be on the
Come on,
support
Lisa.
staff, but
Come on, Lisa.
let's have Lisa come for just a few moments. And Lisa, let me get a. Hold on. Do I have my wireless microphone in here? I may not have it. Are you okay putting that headset on? Okay, perfect. I always look out for the hair on the ladies, so I have a wireless. Lisa, let us know a little bit about you. You're a director, is that correct? Now, let us know your title and kind of what you do.
I am. I'm going to be working with the King Herod Stage the actors doing that. I'm the new person of the bunch. This is my first year participating. Years ago, we had a friend who said that they were doing this reenactment thing. My daughter is dating this young man, and so we were living in the Humble area, and it was kind of late for us, and we drove up to this place that I'd never been to, never heard of, and went in just to support this young man. And we got there about 15 minutes before it closed, just so we could say, and boy, was that a mistake. It was fabulous. Fell asleep on the way home, and it was kind of like this experience that happened that was in a bubble, and I couldn't tell you where it was or what it was. Years have gone by. We've now moved to the Old Waverly area. I met Jana, and she started telling me about this journey to Bethlehem. And I realized that this was the event that I had seen these years ago, and it was so well done. And now I'm really excited to get to be a part of it.
Isn't that great how God works? You know, there's like a connection or something happens, and then all of a sudden, boom, you look back and you're like, that's why that happened.
Yeah.
You know, so, well, what are some of the things that you get to do now, you know, as director and being involved? What do you do? Kind of what does a day-to-day look like for you as you guys prepare for this and get ready for it?
Well, I'm directing the play portion of it, which will be King Herod's courtroom. And as the people will come in from the parking lot, they'll come in, they'll get to have an audience with King Herod. And if they're worthy, they can be deemed to go on to Bethlehem. And so this starts off the experience. And I'm excited for that. But the thing that's been really great for me so far is I'm new to the area. Mm-hmm. And to go to the meeting and to meet the people that are involved with this and that have been putting this together and putting time and sweat and effort into it. It's been really great to meet the people behind the scenes, and I'm excited to
wonderful.
Get to put it on.
Well, we're so glad to have you on today and to get to know you again. Appreciate all the work, Lisa, that you're doing as well, and Jana, you guys have just worked so tirelessly behind the scenes, and that's, you know, when you see these folks in the community, go up and just give them a pat on the back, give them a hug. You can do that in Huntsville and just tell them you appreciate them, because this is so great. You saw that 12-year-old boy and the experience that he had in his testimony about how it's changed his life and helped him and to understand more about the Lord. So I think it's such a great event. Again, taking place, $2 admission is all it is, December the 6th through the 7th from 6 to 9 p.m. Get your neighbors. Tell your churches. We have many folks from many different churches that watch this program. Any other pastors out there, let your congregations know about this event. And I think it's just going to be so great. And you know what? Tell folks from outside this community to come. If you live in College Station, it's worth an hour to come here and experience this event. Jen, anything else? I know it's been fun today, getting to learn a little bit more and some of the work behind the scenes. Anything else on your mind?
I just think, trying to keep Christ in Christmas is really our goal. A lot of people are cutting that out of Christmas, and I think that's really our mission, is to spread the good news, to kind of bring people to Christ. And for some children, this is their first opportunity knowing what the real story of Christmas is. And Catherine White, who was on with me last year, she's Mennonite. They don't have a church here in Huntsville for that. So she said for her, that was her church, coming and letting her son know what Christmas is all about.
That's
so,
great.
A lot of grandparents bringing their grandchildren, trying to do that if their parents may not be bringing them to church, to learn about the Savior. So that's, I think, our mission.
Wonderful. Well, folks, make sure that you follow them on Facebook. Journey Through Bethlehem is the Facebook page. We'll share it on Hello Huntsville as well. And you also brought a flyer for us. We'll make a copy of this and put that up on the website.
I'll leave some for you.
Please do. Yeah, that'd be great. So, well, wonderful. It was good to have Chuck on. Always good. Chuck just brings just this good energy too. There's a very likable spirit about Chuck, and so we appreciate him and all the great work that he does, and Lisa, you as well, and also Jana. I always look forward to having y'all on. I know it's only been one time before, but when you reached out and said, "Can we come on?" I said, "I would love to have you guys."
And it was
back
so
on.
fun to see you in line with your family too. I'm like, wow, you really
I told
cared.
you we were coming, so we came, and we'll be there again this year also.
Awesome.
So, all right. Well, again, Journey Through Bethlehem. Find out more information through their Facebook page, and also the website. I get choked up when you're
That's
on, Janice.
okay, no problem.
JourneyThroughBethlehem.com for more information. All right, friends. Appreciate them being here, and we will share more information on our website. We'll also put it in the newsletter today for you guys as well. So we do that for nonprofits. That goes out to almost 2,000 people.
Wonderful.
So we'll put that in the newsletter here today. Hey, the key word is thanks. And just as we're so thankful to have our friends from Journey Through Bethlehem, we're so thankful for so much that the Lord has blessed us with, especially as we reflect on this Thanksgiving season. Keyword, thanks. We're giving away 2 tickets to Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek. And all you got to do is text in the keyword, thanks, along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. We'll take a break. Jason joins me back on the other side. Stay with us. This is your show. More to come. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
So, what's inside the mysterious little box?
Whoa, what box? Oh, that box over there.
You went to Elliot.
Wait, don't open it yet. Oh, and yes, I went to see Elliot's Jewelers just a couple of days ago.
Inside the box, is it golden?
Well, I was a little concerned about the price of gold because it's high, but Elliot really helped me find something beautiful and monetarily agreeable.
Oh, well, hey, can I open it now? Please?
Whoa, just a little longer. You have to at least wait until Christmas Day.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Elliot's Jewelers. Fine jewelry and engravable gifts. Schedule your appointment at elliotsjewelers.com. That's ELLIOTTS Jewelers.com.
Make sure there's something extra special inside the mysterious little box you give this season.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hi, I'm Vanna. I'm thankful for my family. Jesus, my friends, my church, my school, all of the rest the Lord has given me.
What are you thankful for? Email your Thanksgiving greeting to victory@spiritradio.fm. This is KHSP-LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Jason Bay, the pastor at First Baptist Church, Huntsville, and you're listening to Spirit Radio, the spirit of Huntsville.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
All right, friends, thanks for helping us write another chapter in our city's wonderful history today. I don't know what I'm saying. I started saying that a while back. It just sounded good, Jason. I thought it helping
good start, though.
Write us another chapter, then it kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, well, hey, you were ambitious with the beginning.
Sounds like the Cowboys, so there you go. Well, it is our favorite time of the show here. It is Bay News. You can. By the way, you need to hear Michelle say. She goes, "I always enjoy when Bay's on."
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Well, I do have some news you can use this morning because now that the election is over, we're really getting some interesting stories out, and the first one that I want to bring to light is for people that may have missed if they've not been following the news has to do with art. Do you consider yourself an artist?
No,
Rob.
I don't know. Is this what I'm looking at that you sent me? That's supposed to be some art?
Yes. Now, what we're about to unveil is a piece of artwork. Now, you should consider yourself an artist because if this is artwork and it generates the kind of income that we're talking about here today, then maybe we all should go into art in some way or another. But this is a piece of art that debuted in Miami Beach on December 2019, but sold this week at an auction house for $6 million, over $6 million.
A banana with a piece of tape on a wall?
A banana duct taped to a white wall sold at Sotheby's auction for $6.24 million. And this was yesterday it sold. And the title of it is called Comedian. It's a real banana. And it's been drawing crowds all over, everywhere it goes, for people to come look at this piece of art. Now, the banana on the wall that's duct taped there, it can only last for so long, and then it starts. So they have to replace the banana every now and then.
Well, then it's not the original art.
Well, I mean, this is the artist's rendition. This is his intention. Come on, get with the program, Rob. This is it. So the art is done by a man named Maurizio Catlin. I've never heard of him, obviously. Or
MC.
Yeah, we just call him MC. And someone at one art show even took off the banana from the wall and ate it. destroying the artwork. But they got another piece.
How is this? How did this thing sell for that much?
Hey, you're talking to the wrong guy. I'm not the one.
Well,
with
how
$6
would you
million.
buy this and then the banana dies?
I don't know. It says this has caused a lot of commotion, a lot of pandemonia. People have come from a long way to see this art, and it's been passionately debated. It says, and some people are even angry about it. But
I'm angry about it.
I'm ready to get some bananas and get some duct tape.
If you drive by first and you see the sign out front with it, we ought to do that. We should do that as a joke, Jason. I'm going to do that after the show today. So here's some. I asked AI to describe this as an art. Okay, you ready for this?
Yes.
This piece of art. Let me read this more prestigious, kind of like Tony Parker Sr. I forgot my wallet. This piece of art features a single banana duct taped to a white wall. Blending, here's where the artistic part comes in. Blending simplicity with bold commentary.
Yep.
The composition challenges traditional notions of art by juxtaposing everyday objects in an unexpected context, creating a dialogue about consumerism. Michelle's like, you didn't say that right. Value and the fleeting nature of material goods. The clean background directs focus to the banana, inviting interpretation of its appearance and its relationship with the utilitarian nature of the tape. It raises questions about art's purpose and the boundaries of creativity, Jason, embodying both humor and philosophical depth.
Yes, see, they have captured it very well because this one editor for Vogue magazine said that there is something very deep in what Maruzio does. So the veneer of it might look like a banana, but there's something else always at the core of what he's saying.
Yeah, there's something else at the core of people who pay $6 million. It's called ignorance. It's called you need to do something else, and there's a lot of people hurting out there. Give that $6 million something else.
Over $6 million. It was bought by some crypto person.
There you go.
So
wasted your money with crypto. I just asked another AI to generate that image based on the description.
Yes.
And I'm very eager to see what AI thinks.
Okay, definitely.
Everything is about AI these days.
Maybe
mentioned
we could get like a different piece of fruit and tape it to the wall.
We should. All right, here it comes. It's coming in. We're at 94%, 99%. Man, wow! Look at this, Jason. This okay. Look,
I like this rendering right there.
This one.
This was just used same banana, but used Scotch tape.
Yeah, check this out. Here we go.
Yep, that one's nice.
There you go. What do you like that?
Yeah, that one. It's even smiling to enhance the humor of it.
Yeah, just
there's another one with red duct tape.
Look at these philosophical lines here. The symmetry.
I see what he's trying to say there.
Look at this one though. Very subtle. Just one little.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes in life, all you need is just a little patch.
Now I don't know how that one's holding that banana up. That might be the art in that one. Just how is that banana stuck to the wall?
Yeah. Very nice texture here. You can see a couple of just like our lives, Jason.
Blemished.
Blemished.
Yes.
Kind of tore off the tree.
Tore from the bundle.
Yeah. Look there. One. Look at that. What is that? Is there like gauze behind it?
I don't know. That was not as impressive. Anyway,
all right, well,
we got to move on. I know you want to talk about the banana all day, but if you don't think yourself as an artist, rethink it. You might just be an artist if this guy can tape a banana to a wall for $6 million.
Sounds like a Jeff Foxworthy. You might be an artist if.
Well, you were just generating stuff with AI. This is another headline that came across this week is Coca-Cola, a worldwide company, generated their new holiday ad for, every year they have like a special Coca-Cola holiday commercial, for celebrate Christmas and Coca-Cola and all things. You probably remember the polar bears, they've used those in the past, or the Christmas lights. There's a whole lot of different iconic Coca-Cola Christmas ads, But this year was very unique, not only in their ad that they did, it's causing all kind of controversy because this ad is 100% AI generated. Now, I'm not talking about computer generated because, like artists can do a computer made image. This is AI just doing the work for you, kind of like what you're doing right here. So they've taken a 1995 ad that they made by artists, and they have inputted it and AI to remake that in a fresh sense, and they have generated this new Coca-Cola ad, and it is causing a lot of controversy. A lot of people are very upset about it because they feel like this is the future of art and creativity, that people are moving away from traditional art studios and even computer-aided drawings and things sort of like Pixar and animation studios and things like that, moving away from that and moving much more to art to AI. And if you watch the ad is if for an untrained eye like me, it's really hard to notice the difference between one that's AI, but many people have said that there's subtle things that you can notice about the people in the ad, the smiles and other things that make you tell that it's not just animated, but computer AI. So I don't know. It's kind of a new world we're living in. By the way, if you look at the people that have taken this ad now and they've made kind of spoofs off of this ad that are really funny, like the Coca-Cola is going down the street and he blows up in the flames. they have used this to make other animations of the same yeah, a lot of people were upset about this because art is changing now, and you have had a lot of experience in this area. I was listening to some commentators talk about this earlier in the week, and there's even in the last couple of months, the progress that AI has made in generating. I don't know if you've noticed, if you scroll through, I look at some stuff on social media, you scroll through and you see these little AI-generated spoofs of President Trump or, different things like this. And, man, they can put people in such situations and it looks so authentic. And you were talking about earlier when I came in about music that's generated. They just came out with a new version of what is it called? Suno
version 4 now.
The version 4 and the likeness to human voice is even more close than it was before.
Yeah, listen at this real quick just to give you an idea. So this is AI generated this. Doesn't even sound like computer anymore, does it?
No. Before, when you would listen to it, you could hear like auto-tuning in the voice, where the voice would stick on a note and hold it out longer. You could hear a little bit of that, but they've cut a lot of that out now. It sounds so much more natural. Yeah. And the thing about it is, it's only going to get better.
Like this. You turn it on. It sounds like that's computer.
Yeah. All AI.
That's, by the way, that's CCM Top 10 Billboard next week. You turn it all around.
Yeah, you generated that.
Yeah, it's my creativity.
Yeah. And that's what people are saying. That's what people are upset about is this? It's taking away human jobs and creativity away. I mean, they basically remade a 1995 ad using AI and generated a whole ad, saving how much money doing that. I mean,
Coca-Cola is so iconic, though, and I Coke Zero. I've admittedly drink it every single day. Michelle's shaking her head over there. No, but I do. I'm a Coke Zero guy, and my favorite commercials growing up were those Coca-Cola commercials. Now, when I was growing up, it was still Christmas packs. Now it changed to your favorite Santa packs.
Oh yeah, all right.
But you say always Coca-Cola, and in the background you hear this: Christmas packs are coming.
Yeah, that's why Michelle you need to go to the.
Yeah,
polar bears were cool. Yeah. They're in this ad, by the way. You see a glimpse of them, but it's crazy that they can do that. But yeah, that's why you need to go to the Journey Through Bethlehem. Make sure the Christ is in your Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely.
One other article that's in Fortune magazine I thought was pretty interesting for you, because have you been to Bastrop lately?
Bastrop, yeah.
And that's in your neck of the woods, right?
Yes, it's like an hour away from Georgetown. Huge fire, one of the biggest fires ever in the state of Texas, burned for weeks there, destroyed. I knew many people who lost their homes in that.
Wow. So the town is changing rapidly. Can you imagine why?
Austin, the growth of Austin.
Not quite, but close, yes. So this people live in the 12,000 person town, home to 131 nationally registered historical sites, described as a rare preserve of old Texas. But this is changing very quickly, and it has to do with Elon Musk putting his plants there.
Yeah.
And they have seen so much change in this little town over the past few years. There's a 500,000 square foot manufacturing facility just 15 minutes away from Bastrup's historic downtown. There's his tunneling venture, the boring company he has put there as well. And soon X is moving there and they're gonna put their headquarters down there as well. So since moving into the area 3 years ago, Musk companies have become one of the largest employers for that entire area, and they're seeing a huge housing boom for Bastrop and that whole area out there because of that. So it should be interesting to see how the little town changes over the next few years.
They better I don't mean this in a joke, but they better be careful with the trees there, because that fire, the Bastrop Fire Complex, if you've never heard of that, go research it. This was 15 years ago, and if you go drive through that area, there is still evidence of those fires. Many people, thousands of people lost their homes in that fire that burned just a mega area of Bastrop. And here's what I'm thinking, though. Elon, come build something in Huntsville, man. Please. You know what he could do? He could figure out a way. He's the only guy with his engineers could figure out a way to shoot Big Sam up into space. Wouldn't that be cool? Have rockets under his feet. And then he could land him.
Yeah, but have you seen that rocket? How it goes up and then comes right back down.
Chopsticks get it.
Yeah, I mean that's insane.
They launched the biggest payload ever. Now, we talked about it on the show yesterday, and I'm not being political, but I think even if it was a Biden, I would have been. This is really cool. I don't care who was in office, but it was really cool. President-elect Trump was there with Ted Cruz. There down in the coast of Texas. That's where Elon launches these rockets from. Isn't it outside of Brownsville, I think, right, is where they launch them, somewhere in that area?
Yeah.
Well, President-elect Trump was there, and it was just his facial expression. He was in awe of watching this rocket go into space. And we had an extensive conversation yesterday about we need that kind of inspiration back in our country, to where young people can be inspired, where the nation can come together in unity. I think the space program was one of those things that brought this country together when man landed on the moon. And it was cool to see that. The reason that was so important, that was the heaviest payload ever sent up into space, from my understanding. It weighed more than the Statue of Liberty, and he got that thing up there.
And it's one of those things that has, when they put that into the private sector like he did, the exponential growth and improvement that they've been able to see occur when they got the best scientists and engineers working out there. It's amazing what man can do. It's insane. All right, here's another article I thought was very interesting because do you drink a lot of bottled water?
I do, ton of it. I have like 5 empty bottles by my nightstand every night.
All right. And why do you prefer drinking bottled water? Is there a reason?
Taste. It just has a better taste.
So Science Focus magazine, they recently did a study, and they said the conclusion of the study is drinking bottled water is much worse for you than water from the tap. You think bottled water is safe, the article says, think again. It says when it comes to getting your daily fill of water, the safest option is drinking it from the tap. That there's more restrictions and testing done on tap water than there is even done on the bottled water, and it's estimated that between 10 and 78% of bottled water samples contain contaminants, including microplastics and other substances.
Yummy.
So just because you're drinking it out of a store-bought bottle doesn't mean that it's safer from you. I think that that's a pretty interesting article. There's a lot more to the article in Science Focus magazine, but I thought that was pretty interesting because a lot of people drink it because they think it's cleaner or better for you. And most people honestly drink it because it tastes better than certain city waters or whatever.
I think, I had about 10 bottles of it this morning, Jason, and I did.
You got a massive headache.
I had a whole bottle there. You know.
Well, that's all for today, folks.
Huh? Oh, it said it may cause sudden passing out.
All right, the last thing that I want to share with you is something to think about. So I mentioned this this recently came out because we're coming up on Thanksgiving week, and a lot of people are going to be gathering with their families next Thursday. And are y'all going out of town next?
We are.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume we are.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much a standing reservation.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving at my mother's house there, and it's always good to get together with family. But one of the questions they asked people online at BuzzFeed was, what are some traditions that Americans are predicting will die out very soon? Now, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about this, and I said one of the things that I think will die out, one of the traditions that I see dying out is turkey and dressing at Thanksgiving. We talked a little bit about that. Remember that? Where it's not, a lot of people have alternatives to turkey and dressing now when they eat at a Thanksgiving meal. They'll have tamales. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have tamales in Texas and other places. Anything else that y'all can think of that you can think of that maybe people have now instead of
cranberry sauce in the can?
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of those.
I think that's going. One thing that our family always did is we always got together and rounded up a bunch of chickens and cut their heads off, and we gathered in a. I'm just kidding.
So these are American traditions these are American traditions that people are predicting will die out very, very soon. Now, this is not just regarding Thanksgiving, just traditions in general. One person said that they believe that baseball is dying. What do you think?
I'm not a huge baseball fan. That'll get people kind of upset, but I don't know. I don't think baseball's dying. I think it's different for us here because we're around a successful team in the Houston Astros. Mm-hmm. They're very successful. Mm-hmm. So it's a different mindset. I don't think that baseball is that – I don't think it's that America's pastime anymore, though. I really don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that –
and I hate to say that because it is a great sport, but I don't think it's America's pastime anymore.
The time that I remember like baseball being at its height in my life was like during the Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and the home run.
Deion Sanders playing football, then going to play baseball on the same day.
All of that, but then that got tainted with all the steroid use and everybody, all that speculation. There wasn't speculation; it was actual things that were happening. I mean, it was crazy, and I think that kind of put a smear on the sport at that time. But I think also that the games are so long and there's not a lot of action. But I don't know. I mean, I know there's probably a lot of people, like you said, especially in this area.
Well, it's like Steph had a good comment here from Magnolia Kennel. She said it's the crowds, not the sport. I kind of agree with that. It's like we were talking about earlier. I'm not a fan of going to these big events anymore because I just don't like being around those big crowds. And I'm not being judgmental. And I just don't like the
atmosphere.
The atmosphere anymore.
Right,
it's not it's not a fan. I'm going to be honest. It is not a family atmosphere anymore at these sporting events. It really isn't.
It's not. And another thing is, you used to could go to a baseball game and bring your family and eat and have a good time for not very much money. But now it's so overpriced, the food, everything. Once you get in there, there's a captive audience. You used to bring food into the game, bring your own food and eat there.
I just had a thought about my dad because I miss my dad. I have to share this story very briefly. We used to eat at a place called Mazzio's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mazzio's was really good. We had one in Round Rock. Well, my dad had I don't know how he got it, but he had like this 3-gallon, or maybe it was 2-gallon little container that was for liquid, to put liquid in, but it had Pizza Hut on it. And I'll never forget, he took his pocket knife and he scratched off the Pizza Hut logo. He took it into Mazzio's and he filled that thing up with soda from the fountain machine. Boy, I miss my dad.
Saving $1.
Yeah, I can say this now. So he wouldn't like me sharing it probably.
Statute of limitations has run out.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a bill from Mazzio's.
I was like, what are you doing, Daddy? I'm filling it up with Dr. Pepper. Anyways.
All right, a couple of others, and then we'll call it a day. Yearbooks that list the most popular, the most beautiful, the most athletic, the most likely to succeed. Remember all those categories?
Yeah.
Those are dying out. People are predicting, obviously, because I don't know about most popular, most athletic, most. Were you elected any of those categories?
No, probably biggest loser. Be honest, I had no friends in high school.
Oh, come on, Rob.
I did. I ate lunch with the nurse every day. Mary McKenna. I still talk to her on social media. Mary McKenna, my nurse. I had hair out to here, man. Literally. I'll never forget. My buddy Terrell Davis reached out to me. He is he's a pastor now up in Oklahoma, and he reached out to me. I said, Terrell, you were always good to me, man. I said, but a lot of those kids weren't.
Large family gatherings.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Are things that are going away. Now, whenever I was a kid, I remember we had big family reunions. Did you ever have those?
Couple, but not many, yeah.
Yeah. And getting together with your family in a big numbers, that I see that kind of as a thing of going away, not as much anymore as you. I mean, I remember we used to get together with both sides of the family, big family reunions, and people just don't travel and get out as much. And it might be because of technology where you communicate easier over Facebook and things like that, but it's people are saying that that's one of those things that is going away. What about blowing out birthday candles on a cake?
Social media has started to ruin that because they say about how sick you can get from that.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that COVID has changed a lot, I think, because people are not doing that. And another thing that COVID really changed, and they mentioned it here, was like bake sales and potlucks. When you used to have a bake sale and people would cook something and then you buy it.
I think people are just too nervous about getting sick these days.
Yeah, that's the reason why those are going out.
Braylon tripped yesterday in the parking lot. Little kids will fall, and she was running. I'm still at kind of that parent stage where I don't like her running in a parking lot because I know that turns into, and it's not from the traffic. I mean, there was no traffic, but I just know that she's going to fall. And she's going to scrape up her knees and her head. Well, what happened? She fell yesterday. She was running, and I knew it was going to happen. And she had her goldfish, and they just went flying everywhere. She insisted on picking up every one of those goldfish. It was already like 8:30. I was like, sweetheart, you're supposed to be in bed. And I was sitting there thinking, I don't care if my child eats them goldfish. It ain't gonna. She picked up every one of them and ate them, and I was like, whatever. Bridget, don't get mad at me.
Bringing up that.
She's fine. There's nothing happened to her.
You're building up that immune system.
Yeah.
Rob. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
two more.
Please, yeah.
Shopping malls.
Those are gone.
Yeah.
They're too expensive to air condition them. That's what Simon built a huge outdoor shopping mall in Georgetown called Wolf Ranch, and that's Simon Properties known for their big immaculate malls. Well, they built an outdoor mall, and I was talking to one of the developers. They said we're doing these more now because the cost of operating an indoor mall is so exorbitant. The energy cost alone is through the roof.
We go to Houston. And we used to live, whenever I was a kid, in Cypress area, and my dad worked in downtown Houston. If you go down 45, every time you pass that, it's the Greens Point Mall. Right over there. It's gone, and it's not only gone, but every time I go down there, there's more like vandalism and windows knocked out of that place, and I don't know what they're going to do with that, but that should be a great real estate piece of property right there, right off the interstate, huge square footage, and I think that mall really got a bad reputation back in the day because there was a lot of crime associated with that mall. And all of a sudden, overnight, people were going to that mall, and then nobody went to that mall. And it just changed. But that definitely, even like over in College Station, whenever I was a student over there, everybody went to the mall. The mall is always crowded, and now, just like our mall here in Huntsville, it's less and less stores in there.
Steph Valley's thrown out the wisdom today. She said that's why people are getting sick. Their natural immune system is being compromised because we're stopping those traditions. Yep. I've developed a new tradition with Braylon. She spills her goldfish. She's picking them up and eating them. New tradition.
New tradition.
See, Michelle?
Twice as many candles on the cake.
Yeah. But I never thought about the spit that goes on the cake, and so I'm sitting there watching. It wasn't Braylon's birthday, but it was someone else. I think it was her little cousin. And man, it just went flying. And then do you want a piece of cake? And I was like, no, not
2,
really.
Please.
Yeah.
I got to work on this immune system.
Have to get a towel and dry that thing off before you eat it.
And the last but not least, writing a letter. It's pretty much disappeared.
The last letter that I hand wrote, was to my former doctor growing up, Douglas Benold. I hand wrote him a letter. He and his wife had their 50th wedding anniversary, and I hand wrote him a note. This was probably 8 years ago. And I said, Dr. Benold, I just wanted to handwrite you a note and tell you a happy anniversary and thank you for all that you did for our family over the years. He's just a very good family friend. And he was part of the good doctors back in the day. I'm not saying there's bad doctors now, but back then, the medical profession, that's a whole nother show, but it's like if you want to get rich, join the medical profession now. When I pull up to a clinic, and I'm not judging, but man, when I see a Range Rover and an Audi and all these fancy cars, I'm like, how much is this going to cost me? And it's the truth, though. Medical care is through the roof now.
Have you ever been to the house of a banana artist?
Yeah. That guy's got it going on. Let's head over to our 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We've got a winner today, Lone Star Lights at Carolina Creek tickets.
Hello.
Hi, this is Earl McKenzie and Bartles here. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, you texted in to win some tickets to Lone Star Lights, Carolina Creek.
Yes, I did.
Well, we're not giving away the tickets. We actually have a 6-pack of Lone Star Light. I'm just kidding. It is. We wouldn't do that. This is a church show, so yeah.
I was wondering.
So we have some tickets coming your way. What is your name? Who are we speaking with today?
This is Stephanie.
Stephanie. Do I know you, Stephanie?
Nope. I would say no because we've only moved to Huntsville as of the 18th of last month.
Oh, well, welcome to Huntsville.
Welcome to Huntsville. You're going to love it here.
Yeah, where did you move from?
Well, technically, originally from Oregon, but we had been traveling in an RV for the last 6 years.
Oh, cool.
And we'd come to Texas a few different times, and we just fell in love with it. So we picked Huntsville.
Good.
Kind of at random, kind of not, but...
Who has the better trees, East Texas or Oregon?
You can be honest.
Yeah,
here because the allergies are not as bad here for me as they are in Oregon.
All right.
Yeah.
That is the deciding factor.
Well, great. Well, how did you find out about our show?
Well, I got on Facebook, and I was like local Huntsville information just to find out more about the area. And there's like a link for one of your live streams for the show because you also put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so that's how I found out about the show.
All right. Well,
so I listened to it a couple of days ago, and then I was listening to it this morning because I was up early enough finally to listen to it live.
Awesome. Well, Stephanie, thanks so much. It's so great to have you in our community. And we have those tickets. You can pick them up Monday through Thursday here at First Baptist. I'll text you the information. But that's an $80 value, 2 tickets to Carolina Creek Lone Star Lights. 2 million lights.
Yes.
It's a beautiful place to be.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So, well, cool. Hey, before we go, Jason's got one question for you real quick.
What do you love most about being in Huntsville?
The people are super friendly.
All right.
That's mainly what it is, friendliness. Love it.
Well, you're adding to that friendliness, so we're glad to have you.
Well, we can't believe you moved here. Why'd you pick? No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to Huntsville. We are so glad to have you, by the way. So, hey, have a blessed day. Thanks so much.
You do.
All right, bye-bye. That's awesome. See, I love that. I love that people, and I'm not saying this bragging on the platform. I'm saying it because I love this. When we had the idea for Hello Huntsville, we wanted to be a positive place that people found out about what's happening in Huntsville. And we are seeing now more and more people message in the show saying, I was searching for things in Huntsville. That's exactly why I started this.
And you said this is show what number?
399. 400 tomorrow.
400 tomorrow. It takes a long time to get traction on something like this, to get people to talking about it, to get it out in the community. But as that happens, the platform is only going to grow. And that's why I'm proud to be a part of it.
We're thankful to have you a part of it, and because you're a part of it, here we go.
Oh, man.
Huntsville town where the sun don't stray. There's a man with a smile that'll brighten your day. Preaching words that guide your way. You know I'm talking about, baby. At FBC, stand so tall. Faith and love.
Oh, yeah. This is it. This is happening. And it's got a little soul groove to it there.
Baby, got that good nature swing.
Yeah.
Every Sunday morning, he's lighting up the way.
I did that for Michelle too, JC. No, she's
yeah. We need somebody in the background just going, yeah.
But see, that's legit, right?
Oh man, I'm telling you. Is that version 3 or 4?
Here's version 2. Here's version 4.
Preaching words that guide your way. You know I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, I gotta have that bass. I'm gonna put this on repeat. Just
you'll be in there writing up your sermons.
I'm gonna be like your friend in San Antonio.
I forgot my wallet.
No, the one that needs a driver.
Oh yeah. I'll see a Uber show up and the windows will be down. You'll be like, listen, when you pick me up, you play my theme song. Hey, my driver's here. What are you? And then you act it all. What are you listening? Oh, that's that Bay song. Oh, good stuff. All right. Well, it's been a fun one here this morning. Hey, friends, we love all of you. Appreciate you. We're going to be back at it tomorrow with Billy Cawthon and Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home to close out the week. Hopefully, we'll have a restaurant report. Did want to mention tomorrow's the last day that Tom Fuller's is going to be open. So go out there and support Weldon and their family. Just some great people here in our community. No guests tomorrow, so just Billy and I hanging out with us. So come join the fun and be a part of the show. It's always a lot of fun. I know we have fun here on the show, but there's some seriousness to what we do. And I believe that seriousness is making sure that you're thinking about the things that matter most this Thanksgiving season. Number one, I always say you gotta have faith first. You gotta have faith in Christ first. I don't believe anything is going to work out in your life, and I truthfully believe this, until you develop a relationship with Jesus Christ, because you're going to be looking all the time for this world to give you something. And I'm a living example of this. And I didn't even think about this, Jason, that I was writing a paper a couple of days ago. And I always thought that my broadcasting career was everything. And I mentioned on the show.
Yeah.
But I realized, without knowing, in a way, I was being sinful because I was elevating that career above God. And I tried to justify it by saying, well, God's blessed me and God's brought me here and that. But in reality, as I went back and thought of, that's what I love about these classes I'm taking at ORU. It requires you to critically think about things. And I said, I was actually elevating that career above my faith unknowingly because I was lying to myself thinking that everything was good because I was giving God thanks for it, which is great. You need to do that. But I went back and thought, and I said, I was so focused on that career that I lost sight of all the other things that matter. The other things that matter is a relationship with Jesus Christ. So I want to encourage you with that. That's some inspiration today, is keep that faith first. Maybe just a quick thought as we sign off on that, Jason.
I think this is one of my favorite times of the year. Thanksgiving is so important to the way that we live because it determines whether you live with a smile on your face or not. Because you look around you and you realize all the things and all the blessings that God has given you. And Thanksgiving really is just a time to stop and realize, we are a blessed people, and God is still on his throne, and he is good. And I know for a lot of people it's a hard time of the year because they've lost loved ones, and they look around the table and there's a chair that somebody used to sit in that's no longer sitting there. But Thanksgiving is that time to stop and just say, Lord, thank you for what you've given to us and the good times that we've been allowed to have. We want to encourage one another and lift one another up. That's why, like I said, I love being a part of the show, because that's what this show is about. There's so much negativity and stuff to bring you down out there. For an hour and a half every morning, we just stop and count the blessings.
Amen.
And that's what Thanksgiving is about. That's what this show's about.
Come join us if you don't have a church home. If you do have a church home, make sure you get to it this Sunday. If you don't, come here to First. We'd love to have you. We'll have studies at 9:30 and then a service at 10:45. And by the way, you don't have to be a member. We're going to have a Thanksgiving meal right after service on Sunday. Some good food. Mackenzie's is coming out here.
Catered.
Plenty of room.
Yeah, you come and eat with us. We'd love to have you.
So maybe you've been thinking, today's the day. You've been thinking, man, I really need to get back in it. How many times have you said that as someone out there? I've said it before I got plugged in here and really got going. I used to say, man, I really wish I would have went to church today. Well, guess what? You can make that wish happen. Show up on Sunday. We'd love to have you here at First. Hey, we love you. We thank you. We'll be back tomorrow with Billy Cawthon, as I end every show, reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there this morning needs you. Until next time, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Jason.
God bless you.